I have black ebony locks. They are 4 feet long. I also have an ebony beard, a black shirt with yellow print that says hashtag Deaf Woke. I also have a red background behind me. So now I'd like to introduce our two amazing interpreters. Please show yourselves.
Testing, testing. We have Val here. Hello, Val.
Hello.
And we have interpreter Gloshanda. We want to thank you both so much for coming to support us tonight. Wow. Okay. So we have many different people out there, and it's never a dull moment. So sometimes we find out something about someone and we say, oh, this is so cool. Who wrote this? And I saw this book and I thought I have to have them come to the show. And let me show you what book it is. My deaf friend can do anything you can do. Do you know who wrote this? A woman named Tanesha Ausby. Pronouns are open. Tanesha was inspired by their deaf mother and inspired by interpreters as well to write this book. But I'm going to hold off on explaining and describing Tanesha's bio because I want to bring Tanesha and who else? We have two guests on the show for the first time. And Tanya, come on to the stage. Yes.
Hello. Hello.
You don't have to dance with me. Actually, you do. Yes, much love to you both. Okay, before we get started, would you mind telling us your name and also a visual description of yourself?
Yes, my name is Tanisha. This is my sign name here. And my name is Tanya. My sign name is this.
Cool. Okay, what do you both look like? Give us a visual description of yourselves.
Yes, this is me, Tanisha. I'm a Black woman. I have glasses. I have black locks, as well as a black shirt with a print on it that says CODA. Yes, and I am a queen. Yes, I have braids and glasses that have diamond accents. Uh, yes, and that is me.
All right, watch out. We here. So my first question to you two is how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
That's good. And so the both of you are in Maryland right now, right?
That's right. Yes, in Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore. How's the weather there?
So, mom here say pretty good. This morning we had a bit of rain and then it changed and we were had a little bit of sun in the afternoon, so it's been all right.
So I see you had to wear two or three different clothes to prepare for one day of weather. I'm
No.
there. How can you be ready? Like, oh, let me just see where the wind goes.
Obviously, this morning we took a look outside to take a look at the weather and kind of helps us predict how we dress. But over time we can change our clothes, make sure that we have the appropriate clothing for rain. And then this is Tanisha. I work from home, so I'm all good.
Oh, so you're safe from the weather. Just keep the AC on blast
Oh, yeah, just sit on my desk and, type away.
so you control your weather at home.
Mhm.
So I just showed this on screen. My deaf friend can do anything you can do. And it has the I love you sign. Wow. So beautiful. I love it. So bold with the I love you sign and so black. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Tanesha, right?
Yes.
So, what inspired this? How did you start to write this book?
Well, my mother here really, she inspired me to make the book. Really, growing up, I knew that I was different compared to other people. And they had questions about my mom and how she was married, just basic things. So I just decided to write this book.
It's like, how did your mom do that? Like, people
Right.
need to know. So, your mom does the same thing as any other mom, right?
That's correct.
And she did everything like any other mom. So, what's the difference between maybe a hearing mom and a deaf mom? What's the difference?
Right. There is no difference, right?
Is that a mother's love is obviously important. And when they give that to us, wow, we cherish it. So, people who read your book, do they tell you how they feel about your book?
Yeah, I have several folks that are extremely happy about the book. There's not a lot of Black children books out there specifically for the deaf community, or if we're even thinking about CODAs, right? And there's a lot of hearing individuals that are unaware about this sector in the community. So it's really about educating people. Again, just hearing people are unaware of the culture of the deaf community. So the book really gave that educational background about Black people in the deaf community.
So, this is based on a true story, or
Yes, so it's in my favorite book. Sorry, my in my favorite part of the book rather, there's a girl that was dancing, right? And she loves dancing. My mom is a dancer, right? It's her favorite thing to do is to go with her friends. And a lot of people question about how she's able to dance. And I'm like, okay, we have vibrations, right? We can move along with the vibrations.
yes. So, let me ask you, Mom. You have a spidey sense? You know exactly what your daughter is about to do? She's gonna be good or she's gonna be bad? Do you know? And then you just show up out of nowhere? How do you know? Or let me back up. Like, what is it like being a mom for you?
Right. So he's asking you, how does it feel for you to raise me, mom? What was your experience with that? Yeah, so I raised her and I really wanted to teach her American Sign Language. An example I can give you. Oh,
Yep,
sure, I'll
come over.
scoot on
Just go.
over.
Yep.
Okay. One example, I would teach her the word mom per se in ASL, right? And so she would sign it with just a fingertip on her chin, right? And with food, she would just use the fingertip for her food, right? So I continue to educate her and I saw her grow. And eventually, we enjoyed music and dancing and really I wanted to show her that I am capable of doing anything I would like to, whether it's driving a car, right? There's so many visual cues I can keep an eye out for to inform me, right? And I base my decisions off of feelings. So really, my main motivation was to teach her sign language and watch her flourish in the language, which was amazing.
Wow. So you grew up in Maryland as well.
Yes.
What was it like growing up in Maryland? Did you go to a deaf school? Did you go to a hearing school? What about your parents?
So I did go to a school, right? And then I was placed into a public school. However, things were not satisfactory, right? We really wanted to find a deaf school that I could attend. So we found one in Maryland, and I ended up attending and graduating from the school.
Wow, so you got to experience both worlds.
I did.
So in the deaf school, did you feel more welcomed to be able to see more deaf folks there? Was that important for you?
Oh, yeah. It was extremely essential to learn about, the different sign variations when it comes to sign language. So I learned immensely. I'm really grateful for my mom who found a deaf school and decided to place me there. It was a great experience and I'm proud. I'm proud of it.
Yes, and Tanisha, you went out into the world. Did you think you were different in being in the deaf world? Did you feel welcomed into the deaf world?
Yes. With our friends, I'm always welcomed no matter what. It was, an automatic thing growing up. I really wish I grew up more surrounded by other CODA friends, but I did learn more as I grew up. So
Why do you wish you had more CODA friends?
as of now, it's hindsight, right? But I believe I only had one or two CODA friends, and I would ask the other children, about their situations because their experience was so different than my own. They were hearing children, it was no similarities. And, I really could not relate to them. So that's why I wish I had other CODA friends.
Do you still feel you have a different life between the hearing life, the deaf life, and the CODA life and culture? Like, you're also a Black CODA, right? So that's different as well.
Yeah.
What is it like being a CODA? I know we have the deaf world and the hearing world, and they're different, but what is it like? I have no idea what the CODA world is like.
I like it, honestly, right? We have a private way of communicating, right? You know, uh, and it's great to learn more about the deaf community, right? And about sign language when I'm out in the hearing world. So I know both English and American Sign Language. So I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, I see your shirt. You are a proud CODA, right?
I am.
So, do you feel like a CODA's life is easy or do you feel like it's challenging?
Both. I would often interpret for my mom growing up, right? We'd go to the doctor's office and, the doctor would expect me to interpret. And I'm just like, oh boy, I'm not an interpreter. It was rough at times, but still, because I wanted my mom to be informed about what was happening. So I did it.
Yeah, so going to doctors and having to interpret for mom is just like this is something private between mom and a doctor, but I had to interpret that. Oh my God, mom, right? It's kind of that feeling. But you are supporting your mom, and that's how families support each other. So I get it. And also, hold on, Tanisha, no, Tanya. What was it like raising a CODA? I know you said that sign language was important and you felt it was a little challenging as far as where to place her in schools. But did you ever feel like, oh, I want to send my child to a deaf school, but oh, this is a CODA, so there's no CODA options. I have to put my child in a hearing school. How did you feel navigating that?
I was I wasn't used to socializing with hearing individuals, right? It wasn't my mother didn't take me to different events when it came to deaf culture, right? She did decide to place me in a deaf school, and that was for one summer. Um, that I went to a summer camp as well that was surrounded by a mixture of hearing and deaf peers. So that was pretty cool to be a part of. I did learn a lot being around that environment. There was challenges obviously, but it was a good experience. But in terms of raising my daughter, I did have to recall some of my memories of the youth and use that as a learning lesson to teach my daughter, right? Because I'm deaf and my child is a CODA.
Yes, and that's beautiful. And we see, you two want to educate folks more about deaf culture, not just at home, but outside of the home as well.
Right.
In what ways do you try to educate folks about deaf culture? How do you do that? Either of you can answer.
My book is one approach. It explains how deaf people watch TV, that they talk on the phone, that they're able to dance and what that looks like. So it gives different conceptual ideas that hearing people are just unaware of, right? Like the question about how does your mom dance, right? And I'm like, look at her. She is a dancer and she's skilled.
You say what now? What kind
Oh,
of dance?
yeah.
Come on, do tell.
Anything. Yes, mom does
Oh,
it all.
you do ballet too?
Well, no, no.
Okay, hip hop.
Yeah, hip hop,
Black
that's
hip hop.
right. I love music.
You love music. It's funny that you say that. Many people say, deaf people can love music. I'm like, yes. What kind of music do you love?
As I mentioned, hip hop, R&B, slow jams. Yeah. There's some rap. I'll throw some rap in there as well. Okay.
What's your favorite? Who's your favorite rapper?
Ooh, rapper. I really love the 80s, right? Like LL Cool J
What?
and
Mama gonna knock you
EPMD.
out.
Yeah, I'm old school. I really love old school R&B. Like in the 90s. Yeah. This is mom. Yeah, the 80s, right? Or 70s, 80s, anywhere between the 2000s as well. Yeah, it's good.
So LL Cool J, Mama gonna knock you out. Huh. And what was the other one you said?
What was the other? Oh boy. Oh.
Who was that?
So it's a man. Salt and Pepper. Two women, the women rappers, Salt and Pepper. But a funny thing, some people initially thought that I couldn't hear the music, right? Or I couldn't hear them singing, which is accurate, but I can hear the beat. I can feel the beat rather through the vibrations. And so I would look at my parents while they were partying out with friends, right? And so I could feel everything. And I really loved it, right? I just remember dancing at the party when I listened to Michael Jackson. It was amazing. And people were like shocked when they saw me dancing because obviously they thought that I couldn't hear, but as I mentioned, the vibrations, I could feel it. So I just joined along. And I remember when I first started dancing in front of uh, Tanisha, she was shocked, a little
You
embarrassed
act like
too.
it's my mama. That's not my mama. All kids are embarrassed for their parents, right? But you're proud of your mom, right, Tanisha?
Oh, yeah. Now we dance together all the time.
Yes, I need to see a video of you two dancing. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So clearly, art is important to your family through music, through art, through expression. Is that the case?
It's definitely the case for me. I love music and it's something I listen to on a daily. And, I love art as well, as you can see some of the paintings behind us.
But going back to your book, who's the illustrator for the cover of your book? Were you the illustrator?
No, no, I am not. I paid somebody.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. To- How did you find someone that could match your vision? That's important, right?
It is, or it was. I remember searching and I found somebody online. And I took a look at their samples and I thought they were good and decided to go move forward with them.
So, what are you doing with your life now? Are you planning to write mini books, other books? Is that something you do, or what do you do with your everyday life?
I definitely want to write a book for CODAs. Next, I plan to go to school for interpreting. I am currently in a program.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see you. You have no time to play. No time to play.
yeah. There's just a lot of things that I work. I'm working my first job right now. Um, yeah, so
Hold on. Wait a minute. Making candles?
yes, I make candles. Oh, and they smell so good. I don't know her secret, but they are good.
Tell me more. Tanya, Tanesha, tell me more about these candles. Come on.
Oh, my candles, yeah. They have different sayings on them. Uh, it's like peace of mind, so various quotes. Just a lot of affirmations and positive vibes on the candles.
Nice. So, Tanya, what do you do in your everyday life? What do you do?
I currently work, um, love to feel music and watch movies. And I also love taking care of my granddaughter.
Oh, the grants. Oh, family is so important.
Yes.
So, both of you are busy, staying busy. How do you take care of yourselves? I mean, you can get overwhelmed with interpreting, writing books, movies. All of these things can be
Oh,
overwhelming.
yeah. That's
How do you take
definitely
care?
Tanisha. The weekends. I take the weekends for myself.
Required, right? No work on the weekends.
I try to. I'm not perfect, but I definitely make an attempt.
Sometimes work, sometimes having the weekends off.
Hmm.
So, if you're not working on the weekends, How do you do self-care? Is it more sleep or go out walking or just sitting in a hot bath? What do you do?
I definitely sleep, catch up on that. I might drink sometimes, um, with friends, hang out with them, socialize. I try to do different things.
And Tanya, how do you take care of yourself?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I definitely will go to the club on the weekends. Um,
It's a book club?
oh yeah, oh yeah, book club. Yeah, sometimes I go out to different events as well too. I love just going around. Again, just taking the time to be around music if possible. Sometimes I visit family. Yeah, that's what I do.
And what's your favorite book?
My favorite book. No, no, no. Mom said she goes to the club, not a book club on the weekends.
Oh,
Yes, on the
shoot.
weekends I go to the club.
A real club, a dancing club.
Oh, yes, weekend club.
I was thinking a book club, but you vibing club. Okay, I got you now. I got you. I love it. Thank you for helping to clarify that. That's cool. So you two obviously have a shared message. Um, do you have any role models? Anyone you look up to? You say, this person inspires me. I want to be like them.
I don't have a specific person, but as I was thinking, what motivates me is really just having finances, being positive, the ability to grow and learn. In the past, I struggled with making it, thinking about just making it, right? And as I continued to look at other people, I knew that it was possible and that I could ask for help every once in a while.
And Tanya, do you have any role models?
Oh, I would say I look up to just various people in my life. Um, but I just try to take care of myself, really. I try to be optimistic, take care of the thoughts that go in my head. Yeah.
Yeah, it's important. Sharing education plus taking care of yourself, plus using music. And you already said LL Cool J and Salt and Pepper, right? But community, y'all are community people. So that means we might have to have a game called Name That Song. But instead of Name That Song, we're going to go ahead and say, let's name that people. Name these people. Okay? This is a Deaf
All
Folk
right.
game. So there are two ways to name the people. You can give us the full name as an answer, or you can tell us what the person does as an answer. Is that all right with y'all? So
Hmm.
first, I will give you a visual description of the person, and then you will have an opportunity to answer. Let's go. So this is a picture of an African American woman, salt and pepper, short, curly afro hair, wearing a blue blouse with pink lipstick on her lips and smiling at the camera with a background golden yellow, white walls decorating. Who is this?
Michelle. This is Michelle Banks.
Really? Yes. Yes, Michelle Banks.
Nice.
So Michelle is an award-winning actress, writer, director, producer, choreographer, motivational speaker, former artistic director of Onyx Theater Company in New York City. Let's see who's next. This is an African American man with Z cornrow hairstyle, dark brown trim beard with thin brown mustache, has on a button-up gray polo. Who is this?
Don't do it, Mom. This is Stephen Curry.
Yes,
That's Stephen Curry.
y'all are the bomb. Right, Stephen Curry. He's hearing, basketball player for the Golden State Warriors. And let me tell you, that's my hometown area, okay? So, yes,
Okay.
we won yesterday, and I hope we win again. He's a point guard, one of the all-time best. Yes. Okay, we have an African American male who has thin gray hair, almost hairless, a gray goatee, has on silver glasses, a black suit and jacket, and he looks up at the camera and a grin. Who is this?
Oh, I'm not sure. Me either. I don't know who this is.
Oh no. Do you think this person is hearing or deaf?
Oh, he looks like he might be a hearing person. I think
What do
he's
you
deaf.
what do you think he does? Does he look like a lawyer, a writer? What do you think he does?
I think a teacher. I think Senate. Somebody in the Senate.
This is Dr. Glenn Anderson. He's from Little Rock. He's the first deaf person to get a PhD from Gallaudet University, first Black deaf person. Grew up signing. And my first deaf woke guest was Dr. Glenn Anderson. Now we have an African American female with brown copper curly afro, silver earrings, off-white top with one strap on the right shoulder, smiles looking up at the camera happily with arms folded. Who is this?
This is Taraji. You didn't let me sign her name.
You know it? You know it?
Henson is the last name. Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Get out of here,
Taraji.
Mom. Get out of here.
Taraji P. Henson. And this is a DC native too. She's an actress and singer. And we know, right? We know who that is. Okay, we have an African American male. He has a trimmed haircut, a goatee. He has diamond studded earrings, and he's smiling, looking at the camera in a pose. Who is this?
Do you know who this is? This is Ice Cube.
Are you sure? You sure you two are twins?
Yeah. Ice Cube.
You're right. Ice Cube. Who is Ice Cube? Tell me about Ice Cube. What you know about him?
I know that he's in movies, right? I know him through Friday. There was another one movie. And then Where Are You is another one. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a long list of movies, and he also does music as well.
Okay, nice. We have an African American woman who has long, thick, black, curly hair. She wears a long sleeve beige jacket, and she's sitting with her
I
arms
know.
folded on the camera.
I know her name, but she was in what was that? In Enterprise. In Empire.
Yes, Grace Byers. You're right. She is a hearing CODA. You're right. And she is from Pennsylvania. She was in Empire. And in 2018, she also published a book, says I Am Enough. That's a children's book. I'm proud. Yes. We have an African American male.
Oh, yes, I know his name. Harold.
I didn't even
I'm
finish. I didn't even
sorry.
finish the description. Y'all already know. It's all right. It's all right. Everyone knows this brother and loves him. Who is he? Come on, tell me about Harold.
I know he's a comedian. Yes.
Yes. And he is funny. Now he lives in Southern California. Amazing deaf comedian. He's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. Many people follow him. Okay, we're almost done. We have an African American female with curly black micro locks. She has glasses. She has a warm jacket on, long sleeve with a V top, smiles at the camera. Who is this?
Ooh,
Your hands slide over a little bit.
yeah, this is a recently, oh gosh. Starts with an S. I know the name starts with an S. Oh boy. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't recall it. Ooh,
Club.
Mom, you were wrong.
Listen, be nice to your mom. Be nice. I'm just teasing you. This is Ketanji Brown Jackson from Washington, D.C. She is a judge. She's now in the Supreme Court. She's married to a surgeon named Patrick. She has a daughter, two daughters, Leela and Talia. She is the first Black woman and the first former federal public defender to serve on the Supreme Court. She just got appointed this summer. Yes, very
Right.
important to know. Many people don't know her. Who is that? I don't know who that is. This is a man with short-cut hair, trim goatee. He has a ring on his left hand and cups his chin with his hand, smiling at the camera.
Ooh, my favorite.
Tanesha,
You know the name? Blair.
you better say it.
Oh, my favorite.
Wow.
Absolute favorite.
Wow.
Yeah, this
She
is
knows her
mom.
stuff. You know other things he's involved in acting in?
Oh, just in tons of movies. Boy, where can we start? Medea. In several Medea movies, I know. There's just a long list of films.
We have the last one here. Okay, we have an African American female with long black pullback braids. She wears red lipstick. She has silver earrings, a black jacket, and a red and white printed blouse. She stands
Oh,
smiling at the camera.
I don't know who this is. Yeah,
What?
I'm not sure.
Tanisha? Tanisha?
No, I don't know. Oh, the
Tanisha, come
embarrassment.
on. Dr. McCaskill,
Right.
Deaf. She's a professor. She's an author. Recently funded director, School of Arts and Humanities, including Deaf Studies. You know, a lot of DC people on the list tonight. She wrote the book called The Hidden Treasure of Black ASL. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Take these off. Hold on. Okay, this is the last one. African American woman has a black uniform, gold badge. She has patches on her left upper arm. Who is this?
I don't know.
Come on.
Do you know?
Tanesha,
No, I don't know.
You have to know this. You know,
I
you
I
know.
don't know who this is.
Come on. Come on. This is your people. What do you think she does for a living?
I would say maybe a police officer or involved with firefighting.
Yes, you're right. This is Captain Andrea Hall. She is a CODA in Georgia. She is a captain for Fulton County. During the inauguration for Joe Biden, she was signing. Her dad is deaf. And it's very cool during the inauguration to see someone signing. Okay.
All
Yes.
right.
Awesome team.
Thank you.
I was surprised. And some of the things I didn't think you would know, y'all knew. So that was nice. Great team. Teamwork is important, right?
Yep, that's right.
And I don't want to be selfish because I know the audience would love to ask you questions. Okay, those in the audience, go ahead and ask Tanesha and Tanya anything you want. You can type it in the chat box. So go ahead and send your questions. Okay, do you plan on becoming a book series?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me think about that one. It's a possibility.
Yeah. What's the target age group for your book? Is it elementary, middle school, high school, older adults? Who do you think would benefit from reading your story?
I say anyone and everyone, especially people in the hearing community. There's a lot of individuals that have misconceptions that I'm often having to educate. But it is meant for elementary school. But again, this book is open and available to everybody.
Okay, how old were you when you wrote the book? And what was the reactions from your peers versus your family?
I wrote it in 2020, so about that time, I was about 8 years old. 28 rather, 28. Thank you. I was 28 years old. My friends and family were thrilled. My mom was the most happiest of them all. She was excited.
How can folks access your book? Where can we find it? Is it on Amazon? Where?
It is on Amazon. It's also available at Walmart online. You can find it at Target as well online for purchase. Barnes and Noble online purchase as well. And on my tlovehands.org, TC, love, loving hands, .com, this website here. You can visit the site and sign up or purchase the book there.
Question. What is the message that you want to touch to the world of BIPOC deaf parents of CODAs?
My message is for the understanding for people to know that deaf individuals can do anything. I know there's a lot of people who consider deaf people handicapped, but I know that's not true. You know, we see representation of deaf individuals who are independent. They have a home, a car, careers. And that's the point of the book, is that deaf people can do anything that hearing people can do.
Where are you from again?
I'm from Maryland.
Any plans for another collaborative project with your mom?
Oh, yes. We're always considering different ideas, brainstorming with each other. We don't know exactly when or what we'll do, but we will bring something different to y'all.
And how long did it take you to write this first book?
I want to say about 5 months, and it was
Wow,
completed within 5 months.
really? How many books have you sold so far, or you don't know?
I want to say from 2020, it's been over 3,000 sold.
Wow. How does that make you feel? 3,000 books. Your work was worth it, right? How do you feel
Oh,
about that?
yes, I feel great. I feel good. It's thrilling. I'm proud.
And Tanya, you must be proud. Your daughter sold those books. What did you think about that?
Oh my gosh, I was so surprised, especially when I heard that it was over 3,000 sold. I was so proud to see that her hard work paid off. Really, just a proud mom here.
So, someone asked, your hair is so beautiful. I wonder who did your hair. Someone mentioned that offline.
Why, thank you. We go get our hairs braided at the salon.
And I think you did say you wrote another book, right? Or has it just been one book so far?
I do have two. I have one, an art book. It's basically a coloring book. And then the second one, it's an ABC and ASL art book.
Wow, that's so cool. Another way to teach ASL using coloring books.
Yes, both books. So both books really represent the Black children. But one is a coloring book and one is a story.
This comment says, you both seem like such a tight pair. So wonderful to see. So, my final question is, what's next for you two? I know you're doing a lot of important things and important work, but what's next for you two?
I'm following her. I'm following wherever she goes, wherever Tanesha is. I will be there. Whatever her thoughts are for the future, I will be there to support her. Yeah, right now I'm focusing a lot on my education. As I mentioned, I'm in the interpreting program. So really that's where my energy is being placed. Once I graduate, I will consider writing and publishing more books.
And I will be buying your books, just so you
Why,
know.
thank you.
Okay, people. They want to know where they can follow Tanya and Tanesha. Tanesha, like this. Okay. Listen, I told y'all before we started the show. But y'all are handling it. This is Champ. So you can follow them on social media as well as their website and Instagram. Twitter, and Facebook at TC Loving Hands. Or you can go to the website www.tclovinghands.com. Right?
Thank you. That's right.
I really enjoyed having Tanesha and Tanya. We enjoyed having you so much. This is the first time we've had two guests at the same time, but it was an awesome experience to have you, your family. Is there anything, burning thoughts you want to share with the community that you've not yet had the opportunity to share? Please feel free to share that now. It could be
Hmm.
anything.
If you want to write a book and you have a topic you want to write about, do it. Somebody needs that book as much as you want to write it. So please go for it.
And Tanya?
Ooh. We love to encourage, help, and support the deaf community. And we just love to see children learning, especially when it comes to American Sign Language.
Wow, thank you so much for coming. It has been amazing, and I have learned so much, and I've laughed like tears in my eyes. I feel like a part of your family. So thank you for welcoming us and opening your heart to
You're
us.
welcome. Anytime.
And the party is where y'all are. You said you like to
Oh,
dance. I
yeah.
dance together.
Oh, you are welcome anytime. I'm looking forward to you coming on over.
Thank you so much, and I'll be talking with you too soon.
All righty. Bye-bye.
And that was wow. Did you see Tanesha and Tanya? Amazing people, right? And the whole point is follow your dreams. Don't let people tell you you can't do anything. No, you can do anything. And there are many ways to tell people that. How do we say deaf people can do anything you can do? Deaf can do anything you can do. And now it's written in a book. Tanesha did that. Maybe you don't know this, but I want to tell you that family is important. That bond is so strong. And we see it right there, living proof. Sometimes we share stories that inspire people, and it seems to have a big impact out in the community. We need people to know that you can do anything. I'm so happy that Tanesha came tonight and brought mom along too. Yes, Mama Tanya, to sign their stories to you all. A beautiful story. So I'll say thank you so much. Thank you, Tanesha. Thank you, Tanya, for coming. Thank you, interpreters. Thank you, audience. Thank you, Drop Labs. And again, thank you for watching. Please donate to this show at www.realourdance.com with some hearts and likes. Where they at? Come on, come on. Let's get the likes and the hearts. Don't keep your story private. Share it with other people. Share about this show too. They are amazing people, right? Yes. Okay. Until next time, peace, love, and I'm out. Where's my music? Yes, we dancing. Peace, y'all. I'm out.